What's up, y'all? It's Lewis, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about taking to church and the concept that I had behind that.
Hey man, I may be blind, but I'm not paralyzed, I'm feeling fine. I know they gon' crucify me for my wrongs every time. More than they will ever give me praise. That's why I put myself first nowadays. What can I say?
Okay, so the first track that I had on there was Heaven on Earth. And that track was just basically about experiencing the most abundant life that you can while you're here on earth.
I said I ain't waiting for no one. I said I ain't waiting for no one. I know that you need some help. Work a little harder, you gon' have to save yourself.
Just being in heaven, because they say that you gotta wait until you die to experience that. So I want to experience heaven now. I want to experience the gifts that God had for me now. I don't want to wait. I know many of you are impatient as well, and you don't want to wait. And some of us are waiting. So it just seemed like it was the right topic to talk about on this track, Heaven on Earth.
Like, why I gotta wait? I wanna go to heaven now. I'm about my own gates. Like, why I gotta wait? I wanna go to heaven now. I'm about my own gates.
I know many people wonder, what is heaven on earth? And it may be different for a lot of people. To me, heaven on earth is a loving, peaceful, understanding, honest place to be. That could be anywhere, any place, with any person that allows you to be stress-free. And that's just where it starts. It starts in the mind. It starts with the way you think. And the way you think is going to manifest the way you feel. And that's going to manifest the way you act. So this is all possible. I believe it's possible to have heaven on earth with the right mindset and the right people around you. So that's all we're looking for. We're just looking to be around the right people with the right mindsets, the right work ethic, and we're just trying to experience this now. I might have my heaven now. I ain't waiting on
Jesus. Picking up all the pieces. I'ma have my heaven now. I ain't waiting on Jesus.
I know people were probably thinking that this dude is crazy. What did he mean by I'ma have my heaven now? I ain't waiting on Jesus. I meant exactly what I said. I'm not gonna wait to die to experience a life of joy, a life filled with just fun and stress-free living. I don't want to wait until I'm dead to experience that, because I don't think you're going to be experiencing anything when you're dead and gone. So that's just me, though. You know, we all have our different. We all look at life differently. So that's just that. The second track that was on there was Take 'Em to Church.
Let me take you to church, and I ain't been in a minute, but I'm familiar with the spirit that they have within it.
That is what I'm doing. I'm taking y'all to church. This is my church. I see church as a place where you can go to talk about what's real in life, what you have been experiencing, and also just being around other people who are experiencing the same things, or it might be different, but we're just sharing the moment. Take them to church. We all here together. I feel like there's a lot that's going on in the world that the Bible and church, some churches, don't speak on. I mean, I don't know what church you go to, but they might talk about a lot. You know, whatever church that is, let me know. I want to go to that church. I want to hear the real stuff that they speaking about. And there's a lot that just needs to be talked about. Schools, the school system, our health, happiness, and religion, spirituality. How can we manifest these things? How can we do the things that these powerful people did? I feel like a lot of this is missing. and we need to really go to a church that shows all that stuff. So that's what that was about. Take them to church. And if I didn't mention some of that stuff in a song, that's what I meant to mention. So I was taking to church though.
I could have sworn that money was the root to all abundance. If they would have told us, we would be sitting on hundreds. I could be rich in my health and feed some hungry stomachs, or be able to find out what is real and get some substance.
Track 3 off of the EP was The God in Me. And we all have God in us, that superior, that dominant nature that wants to learn, that wants to be empowered, that wants to seek, that has questions that have to be answered. And I feel like that's the God in us, and they are distracting us from that.
We after peace and prosperity. Peace, my brother. I wonder how far my words will carry me. Life is difficult, let me give you some clarity. Here you go.
They are distracting us from the things that we naturally want to know and naturally want to do, and the things that we gravitate towards. I feel like they are placing these things in front of us to have us sit around and be distracted and not wonder about the right things, because we are all wondering something, but a lot of us gossip and talk about things that don't benefit us, you feel me, as human beings or us individually. I feel like we spend a lot of time talking about other people, celebrity shows, old feelings, all that. I feel like we should use more time to speak about what we want and where we want to go, and ideas that we can share that will get us there. Just building, constantly building all the time. I feel like that's exactly what we need. That is the God in us. So the only way we can get there is to come up with these ideas, read, because with reading you are able to read great ideas from great people from the past. So that's just the best way right there that I can say. Reading, watching videos, studying, training every single day to be great, taking time out of your day to do what you want to do to get better, to get you there where you want to go. Because you working a 9 to 5 every single day, you can be there for 30 years, how many ever years you want to be there. And if they're not teaching you anything that's beneficial to your future, then you're wasting your time, really. I mean, if you're not spending your money on your future and getting you to where you want to get to, then you're wasting your time. You're just living in the rat race like everybody else. So we just got to get out of that and be the gods we were meant to be.
I'm studying all the greats and just soaking up information. That's what reading will do. Ty said the more you learn, the more you earn. So I'm learning all that I can and giving this back in return. Healthy mind, healthy body, this the way to live. This the way to live.
But you see what I'm confronting, been questioning my own beliefs, learning techniques in the different ways we can breathe.
Figuring out there's a lot to know about life. I feel like they left out a lot. Who can we blame? That's what they taught. That's why it's up to us to always want a little bit more. And if we're not doing that, we assist and not kiss the score.
That was track 4, Roses. If you haven't checked it out, if you haven't checked out the video, you need to check it out. Man, Roses was one of my favorite songs. And in Roses, I was speaking about bringing things to life and being more organized, exercising more, training, eating healthy. Roses. When you look at a rose, if it's a good rose to look at, sometimes roses be dying and ugly, and but when you look at that good rose and you smell it, it's full of color. It has a good scent. It's pretty. I feel like that signifies a good life. So I feel like that's what we should be after. We should be after, roses and luxury, things that make us feel good. But not everything that makes us feel good is right. So we just got to know the difference. But we just got to live healthier lives, man. We got to be more organized. This stuff is important. How we eat is how we live, really. they say that you are what you eat. I have been learning that polarity plays a lot in life. They taught you in school what you do at the bottom, you do to the top, or what you do at the top, you do to the bottom. Same thing. It's the same thing as what comes out of us is what's in us. So what's on your mind is usually what you speak about, and usually the things you speak about are the things you're interested in, and or what's just been been playing a part in your life at the moment. So that's just a part of manifestation right there. So we have to start feeding ourselves better, not just food through our eyes, what we watch, what we listen to, because this is all going inside of us, and something is going to come out from it. Has to. There's nothing's not going on. You know what I mean? Like, people act like we're just doing all this stuff daily, consuming, watching, listening, talking, and nothing else is going on. But there's a lot that's going on the inside that we can't see. So this all plays a part of polarity, and I feel like what you have on the inside is what you're going to give to the outside. So just overpower those negative thoughts that you have with positivity.
Feed your mind like your body, and we trying to live healthier lives. I'm feeling like I need more exercise, and I need to stay more organized.
You have to be, a lot of people say selfish or cocky, but it shouldn't be in your vocabulary, because you should always be telling yourself good thoughts. You shouldn't be talking to yourself negatively in your head, telling yourself how dumb you are or how ugly you are or anything like that. You shouldn't be telling yourself that, and you shouldn't allow nobody else to tell you this stuff as well. So that ain't got nothing to do with cockiness. That ain't got nothing to do with just thinking that you are that. It is just allowing yourself to feel good, and there is nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with feeling good, making yourself feel good. Everybody else ain't gonna do it for you. As you can tell, you see how these people act. That's just roses. That's roses. And then the last song that was on the track on the EP, the last one that was on the EP, last song that was on the EP was Don't Classify Me.
I really hope that you hear me. I see the color of my skin, but there's no reason to fear me. I know we all got a theory, but did they paint it out clearly? Doesn't matter, my mind is over it. There is no controlling it. There is only results, now let me keep it appropriate. People with open mind, make sure that those your associates.
The reason why I felt like Don't Classify Me was a big, and one of my favorite songs as well. I got a lot of favorite songs, but that's also off the EP. That's just one of my favorites, is because people will try to classify you based upon what you say, what you're around, the life you live, all that. You know what I mean? They're going to try to put you in some certain box and say, this is who you are, this is what you do, this is what you said, this is how you act, and I don't want to be classified. I am steady learning every single day. I'm growing every single day. There's things that I've done in my past that I don't want to take into my future, and I'm not that person. I am not the person I was yesterday. I'm trying to be better than I was yesterday, and that's what's making me do this video right now, because these thoughts in my head to become better, I'm like, man, I gotta stay on it. So I don't want to be classified. That's what that song was about. Not classifying me as nothing. Not a Christian, not as a black boy, not as a nigga, not as anything. Don't classify me other than what I am, and that is what I say I am, and that's it. You know what I mean? I could be what the world classifies me as, or I can be what I classify myself as. The world says I'm a human. The world says I'm God. The world says a lot. The world says a lot about who you are, but who do you think you are? So I'm going to continue to let y'all know who I am, who I believe I am, and I'm going to continue to enjoy and overflow my life with just happiness and people who are on the same level as me.
How we about to be next if we not connected to kings? Reevaluate your status. It's gonna take lots of practice, but we training every day to make sure that this is a habit. Gotta show 'em through the poems. I'm outspoken, I ain't slowing, keep it rolling. If I touch it, then it's golden. You ain't noticed, we been focused, we been learning through osmosis, just living inside the moment. It's about now, we've been on it, we've been on it, we've been on it.
You know, and who want to know answers, who are seeking, and who don't think they just know it all just because they think and they just, you know, because you have to look for answers. You're not just thinking. Thinking is not enough. So, again, don't classify me. You feel me? I'm gonna have heaven on earth. I'm gonna continue to take y'all to church. I'm gonna continue to show you this God in me, you know, and I'm gonna continue to smell the roses. And I want y'all to continue to not classify me as anything because I am me. Peace. And to the next one. And to the next mixtape, EP, album, whatever it is, just know it's coming out. And another thing, just one big thing that I wanted to talk about the not classifying me thing is the N-word. You feel me? The N-word, the nigga word. I know everybody uses it, but I took it out of my music because I think at least other races that are not black, they tend to think when you say nigga or when I say nigga, in my old work, I was talking about black people, because when you say nigga, who are you talking about? Who do other people think you're talking about? Who are niggas? You know what I mean? Like, this stuff is apparent. So I took that out of my music because I don't want people to feel like I'm only talking to black people when I say nigga. Like, I meant people or everyone. So that's just one reason why I took the N-word out of my music, because I don't want people to think I'm just talking about black people. I want y'all to know I'm talking about all y'all. You know what I mean? I'm talking about myself sometimes. My music is a reminder. It is who I am becoming. So it's just lovely. I love it. I love this music. I love to express myself and to just talk to y'all. So again, thank you for listening. Subscribe, share, comment. Let me know how y'all feel. You know what I mean? Keep in contact with me. It's all love, man. Continue to bring your thoughts to life. Continue to create. Continue to build. Become a leader. Become that superhero that you wanted to be when you was younger. You know what I mean? Tell your kids to continue to grow. Don't limit their minds. Don't limit yourself. I'm out.
Yo, we gotta keep on learning big ideas. I'm observing, got some questions, need some answers. That's why I'ma keep on searching, doing what other people want so I can live how they don't. I'm not afraid of how they look at me. Go ahead, throw your stones. I understand that these people dealing with personal problems. I ain't finna take offense. They just mad they ain't got it, doing what I gotta do. Only slowing down for knowledge. You can say what you want, won't take it personal. I know that I got it. Don't classify me as nothing. Sometimes I just don't want to be a part of what they discussing. All this fussing got me rushing and adjusting, but it's nothing. A little loving is all we need, but everybody's busy now. Don't classify me as nothing. Sometimes I just don't want to be a part of what they discussing. All this fussing got me rushing and adjusting, but it's nothing. A little loving is all we need, but everybody's busy now.